So before Facebook became the trillion-dollar company known as Meta today, Facebook started out as a platform for college kids. Netflix was a DVD rental by mail service and not the streaming giant. And Amazon began as the first an online bookstore before coming the everything, the all-in-one store that we know today. And what these three big brands that are very similar now, $1 trillion in value, first started really small while keeping their visions big. They focused on one particular problem that was in high demand before scaling from there. For instance, for Facebook, as a platform for college students, there's a problem for kids to connect with peers, and what they were solving is networking and connection. Netflix, during this time, Blockbuster was one of the biggest movie rental space, and you have to go and buy a few things, right? While Netflix solved was convenience, being able to rent out, you don't have to go to a Blockbuster, you don't have to go and find the movie and then return the movie, and a lot of the times there's late fees and penalties if you don't return it on time. What Netflix did was very smart. It was a DVD rental by mail service before becoming an online streaming platform, which eventually what happened to Blockbuster. And Amazon, basically, Jeff Bezos was solving accessibility. At first, it started out as books, becoming more accessible, and then until it became from books to, kind of like a Facebook marketplace to now that we know as Amazon. So this is so important because I believe, and we all know Alex Hormozi, we all probably read the $100 million offers. A lot of people are now trying to solve every single exact problem in order to make sure that they look at us as the go-to guy, as the most irresistible product and offer. But here's the thing. If you are starting out, you don't have to do that. If you're trying to get to your first $5, $10, $15, or even $20,000 per month, this is all you need to do. 4 steps. Number 1, you have to solve a specific problem to a specific type of avatar that has a particular and specific pain point in a method that's unique to make you stand out. Now, if you're able to do this and do one thing and do it really well, this is where you can become a specialist in your field. We have to understand that the riches are in the niches, and for beginners starting out, you don't want to try to be an all-in-one pit stop. I'm going to do everything from you. I'm going to do your marketing. I'm doing your content creation. I'm going to, let's just break this down real quick. And this is what we call generalists. Just trying to offer a wide range of services for a wide type of demographic. Because they do that and everyone else is doing that, they compete on price, which many businesses are offering similar broad services. They're not really niched down, and it makes you harder to stand out because you're competing in such a big ocean. You're trying to compete with the bigger players that are actually scaling these type of businesses that are making hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, millions of dollars each and every year. So why would they choose you? And this is where we go into becoming a specialist in your field. And what I can let you know, when it comes to solving a specific problem, we need to be able to solve high value type of problems. So being a specialist, if let's say you get injured or whatnot and you go to a physician, right? There is usually a generalist that is like in every corner, and there's a specialist you go to, let's say like a cardiologist and whatnot. Specialists, they basically do everything, but they get paid less than, let's go to a heart surgeon, which does one thing really well, but actually gets 10x the amount of what a general practitioner does. And why is that? Is because not only that they solve a specific problem, they deliver quality services. Because you are only focusing on one thing, you will get the reps in and you can do that one thing really well. You don't have to be, especially starting out, the go-to man for everything, because you're going to be spreading yourself so damn thin. And this is what I've actually had to learn when scaling my agency, and had to learn that I'm not going to be the one in the beginning to do every single thing. And these types of big brands and big companies, they deserve to be able to scale further because they did the basics really well and they solved a specific problem. Next, when it comes to a specialist, because you are now delivering quality service and you're solving high value problems for high demand people, you can charge a premium due to your niche expertise and results. And in doing so, it will be easier to build an authority online and build your reputation as the go-to expert in that area. This is what the difference between a generalist and specialist is, and that's why you should go, especially starting out, becoming a specialist, focusing on one problem, offering one solution for one ideal avatar every single time. Eventually, you could scale out from there, okay? So once we understand that, this just makes doing your job so much easier, because now you can just focus on one thing. And if you want to really stand out, this is Alex Hormozi's value proposition. This is how you can create the most tremendous amount of value in the marketplace. So for people to go to you and for you to provide a irresistible offer, you need a few things. Number one is dream outcome. You have to increase the perceived likelihood of, number one, them achieving the dream, or you have to actually make sure that you can increase their dream outcome. So for instance, getting more sales, and you have to increase also of them perceiving you as someone, basically likelihood for achieving them those types of results. So you increase this while you decrease these ones on the bottom division. So how long does it take them to get to their desired outcome? And then you have to also decrease, if you can, effort and sacrifice. How much effort and sacrifice that they have to put in. For instance, let's say you are a fitness coach, right? If we use this, your dream outcome is to get their type of body that they want, their summer body. And the perceived likelihood of achievement, that's the mechanism of how exactly you would get them there, and they will perceive you. Let's say you have social proof, you've been helping a lot of people. Time delay, let's say you can get them to it in 60 to 90 days. But the effort and sacrifice is very high, right? Because they have to go on a diet, they have to exercise daily, they have to get adequate sleep to really adjust. And a lot of people are uncomfortable when it comes to changes. So basically, how can you minimize this? Why would they choose you? That will probably take them 90 days compared to, let's say, liposuction, where it will just take them 3 hours. The effort is very low. They have to just sit there while it happens, and the likelihood of achievement is instantaneous. They'll get that after 3 hours, their dream outcome. So once you figure that equation, then you package it, and then that's where you can deliver value. This is something that you have to figure out on your own in your own type of offer and whatnot. But this is what you can market within your specific type of angles, how to angle it a little bit better in order to, because principles still align, but you can use this as leverage in order to make it a new unique offer. Hopefully that makes sense. So after you understand that, here's the game plan. I'm going to actually share with you, especially if you're starting out, an exact game plan when it comes to a DM strategy to get clients. Right now, we're going to be assuming a few things. Number one, you don't really have an inbound system. This is going to be an outreach system that you can use right now in order to scale, and it's not going to take a lot of your time. It's going to take you can do this in about an hour every single day. So this is what we'll be doing for outreach system. We will be sending 60 DMs per day. Okay, this is not a lot. We're not going to be voluming, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending out of the 60, 10 hyper-personalized DMs, followed by 50 just regular opening DMs. I'm going to explain more on that later. We're going to be doing 30 follow-ups a day as well. We're going to be making sure that we get those follow-ups. We're going to be following up 5 to 7 times. And then we're going to be also posting 1 to 3 stories to get those engagements and to get more inbound leads coming in. A strategy for that. I'm going to be sharing with you, assuming that you have a quantifiable offer, meaning that you already have a certain niche, that you can provide them an X amount of result in X amount of time frame, and you also have a guarantee. So if you do have that, then this is for you. And these are the 3 things to make sure you'll be successful in outreach. 3 things. So lead quality, we'll focus on that. There's profile and positioning, and your message. For lead quality first, this is how the game plan works. So an area of importance, lead quality is an 8 out of 10, because if you have a good offer and you are solving a specific pain point to a specific type of audience, you don't have to have the most personalized offer in order to gain attraction, okay? And again, because we're only doing 60 messages a day, 60 times 70 is about 420. So all it takes for this to work is 420 high quality leads per week. We're going to be scraping audiences online, and I'll show you a little bit later how to do that. But we're going to be doing this every Saturday or Sunday before the week starts to get our 420 quality leads. But we're going to be doing a lot of follow-ups. And this will be where you collect the leads of the week. Each lead have a different type of lead source. So lead sources are, for instance, if you are an online coach, you are trying to help, let's say, fitness enthusiasts and businesses, right? So you can, or your marketing agency trying to help online coaches, there's fitness coaches, and there's businesses. You will be scraping one lead source, because we have to understand when we're tracking the metrics, what lead sources are good and whatnot, so we can actually look at the numbers, and we're not just, I guess, we're looking at the numbers and we're making judgment based on the results of what we're doing from the outputs. Okay, so we're gonna be spending 1 to 2 hours just listening to some music and scrape profiles for ideal avatars. If you want to learn how to scrape avatars and profiles, I have a few videos that you can check out on there. The strategy is that we're going to be first starting by finding experts in your niche on another platform. Then we're going to switch to the platform that you'll be sending DMs. So what I'm going to be using is that I'm going to be using YouTube for this example. And this approach helps us target leads that may not be overloaded with messages. So there's a lot of people are lazy, right? They go to the first YouTube video that provides one strategy. Everyone tries to copy that strategy, and then it gets oversaturated. And now it doesn't work anymore. So you have to go to a next strategy, and everyone is chasing strategies. So we're going to be doing what others don't want to do, which is how to find basically platforms that are harder than most, that has a few more steps than most, because we're going to find leads that have been getting minimal touch points. And let's just get into that real quick. So I'm going to be opening up YouTube right now. So this is completely, from scratch. Let's say you're an online coach. So for one example, let's just say online coaching. And let's go into this. So this is what I would do in order to find people from another platform. I would look into these types of people. Okay, he has 2 million subscribers. I probably won't choose him. And then boom. Okay, subscribers 10,000. Okay, this is one person that I would do. So I would go into this person. Online coaching. Let's see. Grayson. And then what I would do for this here, let me mute this real quick. Okay. What I would do is I would go into their bio right here, and it says follow, DM me on Instagram, I answer all DMs. So this is something that people would do. They can just go to Instagram and find him, right? But this can work. I'm going to share with another example, but this is one way we can do it. We find micro niche influencers in one platform, and then we can cross-reference that platform onto, let's say, Instagram. And this is what we call ourselves. These are the types of micro niche influencers compared to like millions. So I can guarantee that, these types of influencers from what's considered a micro influencer, 10 to 30,000 followers that they have. And these types of people are really good because they've already, what they did is that were building their targeted, and they've been trying to grow their Instagram accounts with their right amount of followers, and a lot of people don't follow them. They're not that broad. So if you look into his followers, I can almost guarantee you that majority of them are like, what he's doing, online coaches. So fitness, let's see. Okay, soccer coach, lawyers, let's see. Video editors. There's nutrition. Here, let's actually, okay, I'm not following him, but I'll give him a follow. So all these followers right here can be known as, a lot of these people are actually the type of people that are looking for that has a problem and they're looking for a solution. So all these people, what we can do is now we can scrape that. You can use, super export, DM super export tool to scrape this. You can use instant data scraper, but that's one way to find it. So let's continue. Let's say for another online coaching person, what you want to look for is something that is hard that people won't usually do with the next steps. For that was fairly easy. But let's find someone that maybe does not have does not have like their Instagram on top, and you have to actually search. Let's see this guy. Fitness coaching. Ben Brooks. Okay, let's check out what he says. Trainerize. Okay, so it looks like he's trying to lead people to a funnel. Yeah, so this is an example. He doesn't have any type of, other social media platforms. He's not advertising. Let's look into his home profile real quick. Let's see. So his about, let's see if he has other social media platforms that's directing. And look, this is perfect. So he does not have any type of social media that he's pointing people to direct traffic. So this is perfect. This is one person that probably built himself up here, that a lot of his type of followers are not really like, have not really been oversaturated. For instance, like Alex Hormozi. Everyone has been looking at Alex Hormozi and over outreaching those type of people. So what you can do is you can copy that name and let's search him online real quick. And then what you're going to do is just you're going to type him and then Ruben Brooks. That kind of looks like him. Let's check it out. Okay, this is him. So he has 72,000 followers. Okay, but yeah, he has a great profile. Let's look at his followers, and the quality should be good on here. So look at this: fitness coach, fitness motivation, fitness coach. So as you can see, there's a lot of businesses, fitness coaches that are following, personal trainers. So this would be a perfect guy to just scrape all of these leads, and I can almost guarantee that these people have not been overly saturated with people trying to offer them things. So this is a perfect person to scrape, and because he was building his following and whatnot, this is everyone that, I guess his following are the people that are your ideal audience if you are, let's say, a fitness coach. And you can basically, it's called influencer hijacking. Basically, you can hijack their audience because they already built their brand up and they're trying to get people into their ecosystem. You can leverage his ecosystem to find your quality, your type of leads. So that's one way to do it. Okay? Actually, here, let me do one more. So you guys really know that this is fairly simple. Let's say you're an online agency. Let's say you're an SMMA. So click on SMMA. Let's check this out. Social media marketing. Okay. We'll just start with the first one. Exposing how to build 10K SMMA in 7 days or less. Let's check this guy out. The hell? Okay, 1 second. It's loading. Okay, so David Hunter, he has about 8,000 subscribers. And yeah, look at it. There's no social media platform. So let's go into his home page real quick. Consulting. Okay, so looks like he's trying to build his brand. 41 videos. So this is another person that you could possibly check it. So just copy his name right here. And then again, go on social media, go on your preferred social media account, and you can check his page to see if he has any. So let's see. That doesn't look like him. He had a flow, right? Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely him. So you go to David Hunter Clips. Okay, this is him for sure. But this is his account owned by David Hunter. And look, we found his main account, 5,000 followers. Now I can guarantee you that his followers are all pretty niche down, and these are his targeted people. See, look at this, high ticket sales. Let's see. It's a coach. So he has a lot of people that, mindset coach, fitness coach. So there's quite a lot of people that are following him, and he already did the job for you. Now what you can do is you can use like instant data scraper and scrape all these people that are coming, content creation. See, so this is a gold mine, and this is how you find people that have not been overly saturated. So that's what you do. That was the example this is the approach to help you target leads that may not be overloaded with messages. Okay, next, you got your leads, you got the quality type of leads that you're searching for. Another important thing is optimizing your profile and your position in the marketplace. So you found your right target leads. Why would they choose you? And in the area of importance, this is an 8 out of 10. People with over 100,000 followers have responded to my DMs. And the reason why is because of how you present yourself and how you position yourself as the authority figure in the marketplace. So cold DMs is just another form of advertising yourself, your brand, and your image. and 90% of prospects will message and view your profile, or excuse me, they will message you if you have an established branded profile and you made yourself look like a figure in the marketplace. Because if I get cold DMs, I immediately first, before even messaging, check out their profile to see if it's worth their time responding. And again, branding is association, and as humans we have tribal instincts to want a sense of belonging into a tribe. So if you see in their environment, in their ecosystem, as something similar to you, that what you want, basically you can build connection and associate them with you. If that makes sense. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you want to create a brand and image to connect with your ideal avatars. And here are some examples of what to do and what not to do real quick. Let's see. So I don't want this video overly too long, so I'm going to just skim past this. If you want to really have me break this down, I've broken it down in my other videos. So this is how to optimize your profile in a nutshell. So profile pic, have a clean and professional profile, or have a lifestyle type of profile photo, depending on you, and you can split test with this. Another thing that you can use is the blue verification tick mark. This is actually this is low-key really good, because even though it's not for vanity metrics, we're using this because if someone messages you and they have a blue tick mark, usually you just go and view the message because they have they're verified and they have a tick mark. So this is another step. You want to optimize as much as you can for them to view your message. Also, having a profile name and what you do for SEO optimization can also work with you to be important. Bio, stay within 150 characters. So 3 things. You want to label what you do, if you have any proof, social proof, and then have a call to action. This can be a YouTube link, or this can be a link or VSL that's funneling them to wherever you want them to be. You want them to have highlights, so you want to have like testimonials, client testimonials if you have any, results, and you also want to have like a type of the human touch, perspective, that they know what you're doing and who you are as a person. Again, authenticity is what can separate you from everyone else. And then lastly is content. So we want the 3 type of content. 1, that builds connection. 2, credibility. And 3, provides a tremendous amount of value. And yes, you do want volume in this, and this is why content matters. So if you're nervous about creating content, I mean, look at me. I'm not the best when it comes to it. This is just a Loom video, quick video. It doesn't have to be overly production, as long as you provide value. And this is why content matters, because in today's marketplace, skepticism is at an all-time high. So building trust is key, and this is how you build trust, is by creating your personal online brand. The outbound system, if you only have that and if you don't have a brand, can help you earn your first $0 to $50,000, but it's very hard, and a lot of people will buy based off of trust, so it will be very hard to close. Now, if you invest time in creating content and value right now, either it's your top of funnel of YouTube, Instagram, whatever it may be, it will not only put you out and position you easier as a expert in your marketplace, but it will also help you build your brand authority, and over time will compound. And instead of you now needing to outreach to 60 plus people every single day, they will be coming to you, your ideal avatars, because you're nurturing them, and they will be coming into your pipeline ready to buy. And these are the type of hot leads that we want, because they know, like, and trust you. So this is why content matters. Okay? Now, there's a lot of examples. I mean, this is a good example of what to do. I'm not going to go into it, and we're not going to see it, because there's a lot of, just check out my other videos. But this is what not to do. If you're outreaching people, you don't want to, and all these guys pitched me services in one time or another, you don't want to have someone that has no face, with no posts. And I mean, a private account trying to reach me, I'm not able, I'm not going to establish trust with no posts. So these definitely, I never gave them the time of day. And if this is you, don't, this is more of like, this is not what to do. This, you still have time to optimize your profile. So if you're watching this and this is your account, definitely, I'm not trying to dog on you, but this is definitely, something to keep in mind. Other things. If you do reach out, with an offer, make sure you have post and that you look like what you do. I mean, hey man, if you can guarantee, how you gonna guarantee me income? You're a bodybuilder, you have sales in crypto, red flag, and you're number one bodybuilder in Liberia with no posts. I mean, this is already like, I already know I'm not gonna message them, even though it was a good offer. So I did read it, but yeah, you have to optimize and position yourself, and this is one way. Secondly, don't make it too long. I just never gave it the time of day to read this, but it looks decent. I mean, but with 2 posts, I would recommend 6 to 8 posts. And then for this person, I mean, I'm just looking at you being in the hood with smoke. I already have a red flag or a red light in my head, and like, I'm not going to be doing business with you. So I'm impressed with your page. What services do you offer? You obviously did not read what I offer in my own bio, so this is definitely a copy and paste, and yeah, no post. So this is exactly what not to do. What to do, you can just follow this outline right here, okay? On to the next one. And again, main thing here is you want to optimize for resonance. You want to relate to these type of people because people will buy from people, okay? So that's 8 out of 10. Lastly, your message. I'm going to rank this a 4 out of 10 in areas of importance because if, in all honesty, a lot of people just focuses on what's the most perfect message, the DM sequence and all that stuff, but it's not going to work out if you don't have your profile and you're not positioned properly in the field, or you're not talking to the right person, because those perfect DMs will just lead off to deaf ears, okay? So all you do for this is that as long as you have the correct offer and you have a guarantee, you have a value proposition, and you're sending 60 DMs per day, the first 10 will be hyper-personalized DMs to your ideal ICPs. And this is people that you would absolutely love to work with, and you know that you'll kill it for their company and get them the results that they want. You must be aggressive with following up with these types of individuals, and we're going to be doing 1 follow-up every 24 hours, okay? Don't be shy with the follow-ups because of what we're offering and what we're doing. As long as you have these type of people, it looks like online it takes about 5 to 7 touch points. It says 8 touch points to close 1 deal. So assume that people won't even look at their messages, especially if you're on the request, 5 times after 5 follow-ups. So just follow up with them every 24 hours. And then after those, this is your next 50 opener DMs that you would do for the other ones. So we're going to be split testing. One, we're going to be doing a Loom video strategy, and the second, we're going to be doing a direct yes and no response. So out of my split testing, here is a few things that I've learned. For split test 1, this is about the 2 to 5% first reply rate for this strategy. We're going to do it by 1 direct offer message up front first. We're going to provide value with a 60 to 90 second Loom video. So for instance, hey, so-and-so, I have, let's say, hey, I noticed that you're whatever they are. Let's say, hey, I noticed you're a fitness coach. I helped so-and-so, make 7 figures in 3 months by using the system. You don't mind me providing value or you don't mind me showing you how it works with a quick Loom video. That's all, okay? And then in the Loom video framework, I've actually researched this online. A few guys that are really good with this is Kaibox and Charlie Morgan. Highly recommend. Very good value with them. But this is basically the framework that follows. First, you say your name. You introduce quickly just the opportunity that you're providing. You provide that direct hook with that value proposition that you're talking about. And then with the reversal, you want to guarantee something, but also, let's say, for instance, I can guarantee this booking system that can generate you 30 appointments per month, or you don't pay, something around that lines, or your money back, whatever it is. Or well, you get the gist. You know, you always have a reversal as well. Or you're not even pitching your offer yet. You're pitching a free lead magnet, which can get even a higher percentage of responses. Okay, let's say it's a free template for Go High Level, free snapshot, whatever it may be. Okay, after you do that, you're going to diminish doubts. This can be done with social proof. You know, this has worked with X, Y, and Z clients. You know, I generated so-and-so. Let's say I generated Chris Crone just using my value proposition. I helped Chris Crone in generating, you know, over 6 figures in less than 3 months, whatever it may be. And then once you explain a little bit about the process, you don't want to give them everything, but you just want to give them a broad overview and with a CTA. So if they want to learn more and they are interested in this type of, you know, they're interested to learn more, what we're going to be doing is it's going to be a appointment. We're going to book an appointment, but we're going to cover it as a free audit. So we're going to say, you know, I would love to have a free audit with you in your business, and just split testing. It looks like having a free audit just makes it easier for them to want to book a call because it feels less of a sales pressure. So that's something to look at. And if you can, for Loom, show one of their social media. So you can just screenshot it. You can show whatever it may be, but you can embed that into, you know, on Instagram or natively, and then it will show them their, you know, once they look at it, they will see their profile. Most likely 90% of the time they're going to tap at it just because it caught their attention. Okay, this should be done 30 minutes per day max, nothing longer than that. And then once we finish that, we're going to put all these ICPs into one tracking sheet, and we're going to make sure that we have a follow-up system that we're able to follow up 5 to 7 times. Okay, now split test number 2. This got me 20% for my first response rate. This is going to be just an easy answer, direct no response. That's all we're going to be doing. So it's an easy yes no question to entice a response. Then we're going to do a second follow-up direct response message. Examples. So, hey, first name, do you offer whatever service or niche? For instance, if we're targeting roofers, you could say, hey, John, do you offer proper insulation, ventilation? Something along those lines. And, you know, they look at that and they'll be like, oh, okay, this can be a customer, this, whatever it may be. It's super simple. It's going to entice, oh, yes or no. Next, for instance, real estate. Hey, John, first name, wanted to know if you do house estimates and valuations. Yes, we do, whatever it may be, right? And then fitness, if you're a fitness coach, yo, name, do you happen to sell a muscle building program? So it looks like right now we're targeting those type of B2B people, but it can also work for B2C as well. So these are the types, the list goes on. It's just a simple question that, you know, they will reply onto this. And then if they say yes, no, whatever it may be, then you go on to your pitch, right? So this is what I would recommend in the second reply. Like, it's going to be a direct response / offer type of pitch. Awesome. You know, I've helped, let's say, so-and-so get X results in a matter of days, or, you know, whatever that day is. Let's say get 30 appointments in 30 days. And then I could do the same for you and then go into your pitch. Whatever it may be, you know, you can send them something of value, you can, whatever it may be, but lead them on. This is what the second pitch is. And so those are the 2 types of split tests that we'll be doing for the 50 DMs. What I found out personally that worked, that even though split test 1, the Loom video strategy, had a lower first response rate, you know, it actually achieved more in regards to a little bit more of a nurture sequence for me. So even though it was lower at the first response, it achieved a higher booking rate for me because I'm showing them a video of what I do, what I offer, and following this framework, which led to actually a higher rate for closing. So, but do anything that works best for you. This is just what works best for me. And yeah, this is what you do. It's super simple. Okay. So we understand that that's the game plan. So lead quality, make sure you focus on the 8 out of 10. Again, don't focus too much on this. It's, you know, as long as you get these out, you know, 20% makes 80% of the results. 20% of your input creates 80% of the output. So understand that lead quality, all you need is 420 high quality leads. You can do that strategy that I showed you on any platform. You can position by optimizing your profile with what I provided you in during the video, and then your message. Just make sure the first 10 will be hyper personalized. We're testing, and then split test a Loom video strategy, and then a direct response, yes or no. Now, if you are a beginner and you're not getting a lot of influx of inbound leads, I would highly recommend you to do a Loom video for every single person that provides a positive response. Go ahead, open your laptop and start just filming for them. So seems very, very, very personalized and for them. And I can almost guarantee you that it's going to be a higher show up rate when it comes to booking. But if you are getting a lot of people, I mean, you can also do a evergreen. I have an evergreen video that I just send clients and they look at it and they will book. So whatever works for you, okay? And then of course the yes and no responses. So again, going back to it, start small while keeping your vision big. And how you do that is focus on one thing first. One avatar, one specific problem that has one solution that you can 10x that value proposition using the value equation, and that's how you become a specialist in the field. So if you have any questions, definitely just ask me. My Instagram is always open. DM me at Josh Hustle. But I hope this was helpful, and if you want this, just DM me on Instagram and I'll give this to you. But other than that, if you could hit the like button and subscribe, I'll be promising to produce more. My goal is to try to make 3 videos a week. So yeah, if that's it, thank you for everything and peace.